I am Dr. Beryl Irene Bailey. I am the Director for Elementary Literacy. And at this time, I'm going to bring you Dr. Immaculata Didier, the Principal of the Betances Early Reading Lab School. Immaculata.
Good morning, guests. Good morning, First Lady Malloy. Good morning, Mayor Segarra. And good morning, readers. Today you are here because Betances Early Reading Lab School is a school where not only we teach reading, but we also do math and science and social studies. So don't worry about the other things that we do here. But this school was redesigned just so we can be the leaders in reading. We are creating reading teachers to send all over the place in Hartford to be teachers of reading at other schools. And we are so proud and we are so happy to have all of you here and to see all of you ready to bring a good feeling, a good day in all of our children's hearts. They are waiting. I know my children are excited, and I know children all over Hartford are excited to have all of you. Thank you very much for giving yourself out to us today. We're very happy to have you. Thank you.
Thank you, Immaculata. And we will now have a message from our superintendent. I bring apologies to you on her behalf. She had a family situation in which she could not remove herself from. However, we have technology. We made it so that she can be two places at once. So at this time, we will see a message from our superintendent, Dr. Christina Kishimoto.
Good morning, community members. My name is Dr. Kishimoto. I'm the superintendent of the Hartford Public Schools, and I'm excited about rolling out an initiative here in the city of Hartford, along with Jumpstart, a national organization that is working to increase access to literacy and quality reading programs for our early elementary children across the nation. Today we're going to be reading a book called Llama Llama Red Pajama. This is a book that we're rolling out to 2,500 students here in the city of Hartford, but it's the same book that's being read across the nation to 2 million pre-kindergarten and kindergarten children. Llama Llama Red Pajama reads a story with his mama. How many of you have a story read to you with your mama? Oh, very good. The purpose of this national read is to ensure that our boys and girls in pre-K and kindergarten are exposed to high-level vocabulary and learn to be exposed to a number of types of books that really excite them in terms of a variety of topics. Today's book is a book that talks about a llama who is very nervous about going to bed at night by himself. What does the word fret mean? What does it look like? He starts to fret. Yes, sir.
Fret means Mama's not coming and her watching the distance.
Fret is a feeling. He's feeling scared and anxious and worried, right?
Yes.
Oh, he's starting to fret. That's a new word that you have there. It's a very exciting book that exposes kids to a variety of vocabulary and to reading strategies that our parents can use at home. Llama Llama Red Pajama gets 2 kisses from his mama, snuggles pillow soft and deep. Baby llama goes to sleep. The end. Did you like that book?
Yeah.
Can you clap?
The secret's out now. We're going to be calling her all the time. At this time, I'd like to introduce you to Dr. Diana Roberge-Wenzel, our interim assistant superintendent. Diana.
Thank you, Dr. Bailey, and welcome parents, families, distinguished guests, and importantly, readers today. We're here today in order to both have a fabulous event that I'd like to take a moment to appreciate Dr. Immaculata Didier for hosting us and Dr. Beryl Irene Bailey for putting this together, which was no small task, I can tell you that. And the Army that put it together, it's true. This is an amazing event, but it's much, much more than that. This is a signature event of an important goal that we're embarking on in the Hartford Public Schools called the Third Grade Promise. Some of you may have seen Dr. Bailey this morning early on the news talking to the entire state about our third grade promise. And our promise, put simply, is that any student that enters the Hartford Public Schools in pre-K or kindergarten will learn to read on grade level by the end of grade 3. This simple promise is a bold statement of an investment in our children's future. This will focus the work of the educators in the district over the next 5 years, and it will structure the partnership with our families and our communities. Our purposeful partnership on behalf of children will be focused on this important early literacy benchmark and many other actions that support it, because we know that the outcomes for our children will be significantly better as a result of attaining this important life skill that leads to college and career readiness and future success. Thank you so much for being here today to be a part of building that future for our children. Thank you.
At this time, we are going to have 2-minute remarks from our distinguished guests, and we will begin with our First Lady, Kathy Malloy. First Lady.
2 minutes. Well, it's just simply, I am absolutely thrilled to be here. This is the second time I've had the opportunity to read to children of the Hartford public school system, and I hope it's the beginning of many, many more mornings where I can spend time in the schools and reading to the children. I absolutely love doing this, so I hope I get asked back again.
Most definitely.
Thank you.
Thank you. The Honorable Mayor Pedro Segarra.
Thank you. Good morning, and it's so good to see all of you here. This is just incredible, the impact of what you're about to do today in the lives of our children, and we're all very committed to make sure that we keep this promise, that we have our school children reading by third grade level. Upon reaching the third grade, there's different initiatives. I know that Donna Gilberto is here, Paula Gilberto is here from the United Way, and there's also another initiative that the United Way is also doing. The U.S. Conference of Mayors has another initiative, so I think that by all working together and really focusing on this one project, all together, working in unison, I think we can make a significant impact and make sure that we raise our youth so that they have better opportunities in life. Thank you so much.
Thank you. And we'll have an extra 2 minutes because the mayor just did my piece. Partners in the promise. Definitely. At this time, I am very pleased to introduce to you and just bring forth someone who's just been a phenomenal person. I've studied him for years, and now just to have an opportunity to meet him, this is Dr. Michael Coyne, who is a reading research scientist at the NEAG School of Education, the University of Connecticut. Dr. Michael Coyne.
Good morning, I'm Michael Coyne. I'm a professor and early literacy researcher at the NEAG School of Education at the University of Connecticut. It's a real honor to be here today with First Lady Malloy and Mayor Segarra and all the other distinguished readers that have gathered here this morning. I want to tell you quickly about a really exciting new collaborative research partnership between the Hartford Public Schools and the NEAG School of Education, focused on supporting early literacy in kindergarten. The goal of Project EVI, or Early Vocabulary Intervention, is to directly target the achievement gap, literacy achievement gap in kindergarten by supporting students' language and vocabulary development, which we know is a critical foundation for later reading success. So the UConn team is partnering with teachers and specialists and administrators from 7 Hartford schools to provide all kindergarten students with effective, evidence-based vocabulary instruction within the context of engaging storied read-alouds and rich oral language experiences, while also investigating the added benefits of providing additional supports to those students that might be at risk for experiencing learning difficulties. We hope that our research findings will actually be able to inform early literacy practices across the country. So we're really excited about that. And since I'm here from UConn, I also want to acknowledge the volunteers from Husky Sports who have been doing a wonderful job with doing literacy and reading supports at Clark. So finally, just in closing, to say that the NEAG School of Education at UConn is very pleased and excited to be a part of Hartford's really impressive and comprehensive efforts at improving early literacy and ensuring that all students are reading at or above grade level by the end of grade 3. So thanks very much, and thank you especially to Dr. Bailey for having me here today.
And at this time, I am very pleased to bring you Ms. Marta Bentham, our Director of Family Resources and Welcome Center. Marta.
Good morning. I am so excited. To me, this is like the first day of school. Good morning, Mayor. Good morning, Mrs. Malloy. Good morning, David. Good morning, Immaculada. And good morning to everybody. The reason why I'm so excited is because this is a dream come true for the parents and for myself. This is an opportunity for the parents to feel that reading a book is not just a mandatory thing that we say, read 20 minutes to your child, but that it is an opportunity for them to bond with their children, to give them the opportunity to tell them what was good and what was not so really good during the day, because it is a quiet time. It creates another opportunity for us to communicate with the parents and an opportunity for them to see the link between home and school. So I am here to say thank you on behalf of the families of Hartford Public Schools, to say the gratitude that I have for the curriculum department, for our assistant superintendent, for Dr. Bailey, and for all her staff, the mayor, Mrs. Malloy, thank you very much. And to David McDonald, who is the president of our board, for making this event possible. And for the rest of my colleagues, my family say thank you. Thank you to you today and forever. Thank you.
At this time, I am very pleased to introduce my twin to you all, Linda Liz Bronstein, the Dean of Professional Learning of the Betances Early Reading Lab School.
I'm going to add a couple of details about our school that are more unique maybe than other places you've been. As Dr. Didier told you, it is our job and my wonderful job to raise the level of reading expertise of all of the teachers at Betances School, not only for our own students in our building, but district-wide. But we are also a center for field testing, evidence-based, research-based strategies to make sure that they work for our students and that they help raise achievement. And part of the way we do this is by using videos. And pretty soon, all of our classrooms will be wired with 2 video cameras. Some of you will be in classrooms today with video cameras. And we collect samples of excellent teaching, of practices that we want others to know and to share with colleagues in our building and around Hartford, and those will, through that we're going to be building a professional library of videos that teachers around our district can share. So that's something that is very exciting to be part of and is unique to our building. Thank you. And thank you for our Mayor Segura and First Lady and Mrs. Malloy and our President Chair, Mr. McDonald. Thank you.
We are very excited. At this time, I'm going to introduce to you Leslie Frederick, our Interim Chief Academic Officer. Leslie.
Good morning, everyone. I'm so happy to be here. Llama, llama, red pajama. We can fulfill the promise through the use of books like this charming, fresh twist on putting children to bed, a nighttime ritual that's so familiar to all of us. It brought me back to a time many years ago when I put my own children to bed with some fond and some not so fond memories. But it felt like it was just yesterday when I was reading the book I could picture myself putting them to bed. Good literature has all these elements. It has characters that draw you in, that adorable baby llama with the big eyes, and you can just feel his emotions and capture his fear. The rich language, the staccato four-line rhymes combined with natural language, it's just so mesmerizing. But we know that it takes a whole lot more than great books like this one to fulfill the promise. Our directors of literacy, Beryl Bailey and Marianne Lalama, along with the curriculum writing teams and all the other curriculum team members, our administrators, our literacy coaches, our teachers know what it takes for our students to become proficient and grade level readers. We know what to do. A rich and rigorous curriculum with so many important pieces. We need to be experts. We need to diagnose. We need to prescribe. We need to have a really deep understanding of reading, phonics, vocabulary, language development, reading strategies, all those pieces that fit together to make everything work. We need high-quality reading instruction in every classroom. Along with screening, progress monitoring, effective interventions, all the pieces need to fit together. But most importantly, we can never forget that children are creatures of pleasure, much like adults. And they enjoy something when they feel successful at it and have positive experiences. They tend to do that activity again and again. Conversely, if they don't like something, they'll do everything in their power to avoid it. In fact, in the year 2000, the National Assessment of Educational Progress, NAEP, reported that fourth grade students who were reading for fun showed a positive relationship to performance on the NAEP reading scores. 87% of students who reported reading for fun on their own time performed at a higher level, at the proficient level, while students who never read or hardly ever read performed at the basic level, a much lower level. So it's not surprising that they also found that students who read for fun every day score at the highest levels. Of course, it makes sense. The more you read, the better reader you become. As I drive over to Moylan today, I'm going to be thinking about the enormous task and the responsibility of the third grade promise. But when I look at the faces of the children that I'll be in front of, I'll be thinking reading is fun. There's a special connection that a reader feels with a book, and that's what I want to share with the children today, that special feeling. Thank you all for being here.
And before I call our board chair, who will be our last speaker, I would be remiss if I did not give Mr. Edward Ferran an opportunity for some words. I didn't get his permission to put him on the program, but I said I would get him once he got here. Mr. Ferran, please come and say a few words.
Well, good morning. I'm Ed Ferran. I'm chairman of the board of the Hartford Foundation for Public Giving. And it's terrific to have everybody here, and I got to tell you that along with United Way and others, the Foundation is very proud of what we've been able to achieve in helping Betances and other schools with the reading projects that we've been supporting, the Haskins Reading Program and so forth. And along with everyone else in the city who's contributed to this process, the Foundation will continue to be a leading force with others to make sure that this third grade promise that the superintendent is undertaking will come to fruition and will be something that we all in Hartford can be very proud of. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. At this time, David McDonald.
Thank you and good morning. This is a very exciting day, I think, and just want to thank all of our partners that make this possible. Hartford Foundation, United Way, very important partners in this endeavor, and the third grade promise is very exciting because we've been, as many people in this district know, we've been working very hard over the last 5 years to improve student achievement, and we've had some really good success. But we all know to sustain that, we need to raise the bar, and so I thank the superintendent for challenging the board to raise the bar once again with this third grade promise, and I think that's going to be a very successful project, and that we're going to reach that because I know we have professional, dedicated staff in this district that are going to work very hard to make that come to fruition. I want to thank Dr. Bailey as well and her staff and everyone involved in this project, the staff of this school, the principal. It's very exciting that we have a laboratory here that we can really learn and teach our teachers the best practices they need to use to make sure all their students are reading. So I also want to thank Mayor Segarra for his support in our endeavors. That we need support from City Hall and the Mayor's office, and we know we have his support, and that's very important that we have his support. And so thank you very much. And to First Lady Kathy Malloy, thank you for your engagement with our school system. It means a lot to us to know that we have your support and your involvement in our work here. And I guess in closing, I just also want to thank all the staff throughout our district who work so hard to educate our children. We know it's a big task. We have a lot of challenges in Hartford, but we know that if we all work together and partner with the community and work hard, we can reach all of our challenges, and we can make sure that all of our children are reading by the end of third grade. So, thank you very much.
And as it's been a recurring theme throughout all of our speakers, yes, we are all partners in the promise. But two very important partnerships that are going to be essential to us being able to carry out this promise is the partnership between the Hartford Federation of Teachers and the Hartford Principals Supervisory Association. And I'd just like to do a recognition of our two presidents here, Andrea Johnson and Elaine Pappas. Could you please stand? This truly is a partnership, and it's really important that we can come together on behalf of children, because that is the one single thing that we all have in common, and that's children and children learning. Did everyone sign the Partners in the Promise pledge when you came in? This is so phenomenal. We're like great on time. I can take 2 more minutes and let you know what's going to happen in the city. Okay. Within your packet, and please forgive us for not letting you know the goodies that you had in there, the information that Dr. Coyne gave you is in there. We've given you some background information on the early literacy crisis. You do have our program. You've got contact lists in there. You've got a reading guide in there. And I know you all have been like up all night reading this book because you wanted to have it just right. But it's going to be fine. Some of you are staying here, and there is going to be an entourage of Betances children coming to escort you personally to your classroom. So if you're reading at Betances, you'll remain seated. For the rest of you, and let me let everyone know what's happening. All across this city, in all of our 27 elementary schools, we are hosting Jumpstart Read for the Record events. And readers are going to those kindergarten and pre-kindergarten classrooms, and they're going to be reading children. Simultaneously, the principal will be entertaining parents of those children in the auditorium, reading the book, and talking about the importance of partnering in the promise. We are charging all of our kindergarten and pre-kindergarten parents with reading at least 100 children's books to their children, with a signed log, of course, that they turn in every month, adding up to those 100 books. We're holding everybody responsible. Teachers can no longer do this by themselves. This is our village. We must partner in this promise to make sure that we are closing this achievement gap. With that, I thank you for your participation. You've been ever so wonderful. Please go and knock them dead.
Llama, llama, red pajama. And see, Lala, Lala. Llama, llama, red pajamas reads a story with his mama. Llama, llama, red pajamas whimpers softly for his mama. What's whimper? Whimper, when you whimper.
The phone rings.
Mama llama hears the phone. Baby llama starts to moan. And why is he feeling sad?
Because his mama.
He's downstairs and he wants mama to be upstairs, right?
Mama scared.
Llama, llama, red pajamas listens, quiet for his mama. What is mama doing? What is baby?
Talking.
Baby llama starts to woo-hooing. wooing. Looks like baby llama is starting to,
Pie!
baby llama red pajama hollers lolly for his mama.
He screams! He jumped on his bed.
Baby llama stomps and pouts. Baby llama jumps and shouts.
And he broke his...
This time baby llama is getting a little upset, isn't he?
Yes. And she just... Baby...
Llama red pajama in the dark without his mama. Eyes wide open, covers drawn. What if llama's gone? Is she gone?
No. Yes.
She's gone?
No.
Where is she?
In the dark.
Doing?
Downstairs.
Washing the dishes. Sometimes mamas go in the house.
My mom shut my door. My mom comes in and I hear something. And after I go to sleep, my mom and I lay on my grandma's bed, and my mom be on the floor every time sleeping.
And you're sleeping. And sometimes you want your mama,
And
you're there in your room,
when
and
I'm
sometimes
sleeping
it's
with
dark.
my grandma and my mom put my TV back on. I just don't be afraid of the dark.
You're not afraid of the dark?
I see something.
Did you ever go to sleep though? Did you ever go to sleep though? But listen to me. Have you ever gone to sleep and it's dark and you hear a noise and you get a little scared? Has that happened to you? Has that happened to you?
I did. In my shower.
Boys and girls, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Okay, let's keep on going here. Llama red pajama, weeping, wailing for his mama. Will his mama ever come? Mama llama, run, run, run. I think he started to get a little excited. Look at
that.
that.
No, he's screaming.
He's screaming?
Yeah.
So, llama red pajama gets 2 kisses from his mama. Snuggles pillow, soft and deep. And guess what happens?
Fall asleep.
What happens?
If someone read a story, to fall asleep.
Baby llama goes to sleep. But wait a minute, when the book started, I didn't see that did she give him a kiss at the beginning? Because maybe he wouldn't have started the drama.
I think we have a little mama.
He says, mama kisses baby's hair, llama goes downstairs. So how many kisses did she get?
1.
1, and then he got
2.
2. So how many did he get altogether? 3. 3 kisses. Yeah.